Hello everyone, Norma Woodcock speaking to you from Perth in Western Australia. I'd like to speak into the 23rd Sunday in Ordinary Time Year B and the theme, Are You Deaf and Dumb? In the Gospel, Mark 7:31 to 37, Jesus cures a Gentile man who is deaf and has a speech impediment. And Jesus touches our ears so that we hear his word and touches our tongues so that we can profess our faith. It's interesting, the journey for me has been exactly that. As I received Jesus and his love and his teaching, my heart was healed a little bit more, and then I had a little bit more to share. Then something else would come up and he would highlight things in my life. He'd bring healing into me and I could move forward, and then I could help other people and share exactly, that process and what had happened for me and share what he had done for me. But I want to read for you a lovely little piece on the handicaps of the normal, which is, again, Father Flor McCarthy from his book, Holy Liturgies, and page 292. The Gospel concerns the cure of a handicapped man. For that reason, we might dismiss it as having no relevance for us. But in truth, all of us have got our handicaps. The fact that ours are not as visible as those of the man in the Gospel doesn't make them less real. In one way or another, all of us are wounded. We see evidence of this in husbands who take refuge in work because they are no longer attracted to their wives, or wives who are wounded by lack of attention and love from their husbands, or parents in conflict with their children, or children who don't receive the love they need, or who are stifled by parents who are too possessive. Some people carry deep wounds from bad childhood experiences. Others are wounded by sickness, or by the death of a loved one, or by the non-acceptance of themselves. More are wounded by failures in work and in relationships. People are wounded by the inability to forgive, by the experience of rejection, which makes them in turn reject. Inside each of us there lies a hidden world of suffering, but some are more wounded than others. The deepest wounds are those that are not visible to the eye. What we see as the obvious sufferings of others are almost certainly not their deepest suffering. In some people, the inner wounds have led to drink or depression. In others, the same inner wounds have bred a compelling need to prove themselves, to be successful, to win, to dominate, to be well known, even to save others. The first step in the road to healing is to recognize our wounds. Then counselling may be called for. Psychology may help unravel the origins of some of these wounds. Here is a paradox. People who are limited physically and intellectually due to mental handicaps are often more gifted than others when it comes to the things of the heart and to relationships. A handicapped person observed, living as a cripple in a wheelchair allows you to see more clearly the crippled hearts of some people whose bodies are whole and sound. It is above all the heart that has to be healed. If only the heart was right, we could give so much more. But alas, the heart is often empty, often cold and unwelcoming, often hard and unyielding, often weighed down with worry, often lonely, often wounded, and sometimes broken. We shouldn't be surprised that this is so. All it means is that we have a heart of flesh and not one of stone. But we have to heal the wounds of the heart in order to be able to bear the fruits of love, joy, and peace. I think I'm speaking to a lot of people. I have no more to say on that subject. I think it speaks for itself, but I would like to point you to this. I have produced several recordings available through my website that may be helpful to you. We all need the healing of our hearts. And what I have experienced and what I have walked through and what I have received, I have put my whole heart into those recordings so that it may help you and others. God bless you. Thank you for listening. I look forward to meeting you again next week. Have a good week.